Hi everybody, it's Edie in quarantine in Las Vegas, at my house, in my backyard, with the fabulous, the unbelievable Josh Strickland.
Hi everybody! Thank you so much
Josh.
for having me.
I'm so happy you're
I mean,
here.
isn't this backyard amazing? Come on now.
Thank
Quarantined out.
Out! Well, if you're going to be quarantined, it's kind of nice to have an outdoor space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, unlike the New Yorkers, sorry New Yorkers
I know,
and
I'm sorry.
LA people and San Francisco people, but I lived in New York City for 14 years. How long did you live there?
I was about 8.
8.
Yeah.
So you lived there, then moved here,
Mm-hmm.
and then went back.
Yes, kind of.
And
I mean, like, it's weird because, like, as some of you don't know, I literally live not even probably 700 feet away from here.
It's wow, I couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I would
Sorry,
have-
I counted it.
I would have said a block.
It is a block.
Did you walk over here like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes.
Yes.
I did. Well, I mean, like, we have nothing else to do in quarantine, right? But I mean, I it's so cool to be living near Edie and her incredible compound because
Oh.
it is stunning, as you
Thank
can see. But you are one of the people that kind of introduced us to this neighborhood. Like, we have known that this is like the place to come and look at.
Well, we like to talk about it just because we hope that when people decide to buy, that maybe you'll come to this neighborhood.
Yes.
Because they call this neighborhood, it's called, well, I won't say what it's called in case you come try and stalk us. But one of the nicknames is the gay 90s. Because you're either gay
or you're
or 90. So, because it's like a 50-year-old neighborhood, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that were here when they first bought their houses, and they're still here because it's such a beautiful neighborhood
Yeah.
with the beautiful old trees and
It's really cool.
yeah. So you're originally from South
Charleston, South
Carolina. Now, I hear your accent sometimes, and then sometimes I don't.
It comes and goes.
Did you try to get rid of it?
I did.
You did.
And it was because of Disney.
Disney,
Yes.
which has been really good to you,
It's really
or you've
to
been
me.
good to them.
Well, I have to say that it's one of those companies that, so it's so major on so many levels that there's so many different facets that we can kind of interject ourselves into. So we can like do Broadway. So
Yeah.
that's how it started. And then we do, let's say, so the parks. Now we're doing like these it's called the Festival of the Arts down in Orlando. So it's,
That's what you're doing now, or before the.
kind of before the
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
That's what they
So that
call
was
it.
in Orlando. I thought it was on tour.
It was just in Orlando.
Orlando.
So yeah, it's beautiful. It's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
and I have to say, Disney is so wonderful, and we're about to do the Disney Family Sing Along, which is what is normally happening during this break that we're having.
But it will be online.
It's going to be on ABC, and then
Okay.
you can do it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But they bring in everybody that they know throughout the company
Yeah.
to kind of like add their talents to Disney as a whole.
And you
which
get to
is
sing
really
all
cool.
of those great songs.
Yeah, I mean, the catalog for Disney
Yeah.
is beyond.
Yeah. I don't like this question because it's so hard to pick one. But you know, like 1 week you'll have a favorite, next
Yeah.
week you'll have this, next month I like this one.
Mhm.
Today, what's your favorite song to sing?
Today, Tiki Room.
Tiki Room.
Yeah.
What's that?
And the tiki 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 room, and the tiki 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 room. All the birds sing words, and the flowers bloom in the tiki 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 room.
What's that from?
It's a ride in Disney World.
It's
And
a
Disney
ride
World-
in
yes.
Disney.
And it was written by Richard Sherman, who is a Disney legend, and has written the song of "It's a Small World." He has done everything from our childhood. So
Oh, that's a
it's
fun song.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool.
And I can find it online
Yeah,
in the Tiki Room.
in the Tiki Room.
You want to have a Tiki party?
Absolutely.
Cheers. I love it. I'm going to. You know I'm going to.
It's fantastic. I'm serious. If you look up Richard Sherman, you probably know almost every single song that he's written.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
It's incredible.
You have to ride a ride to hear that one.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to write it over and
Disneyland
over.
has to be open for you to understand that song.
So when does your accent come out? Is it the same famous tired or drunk?
But yeah. Yep. So drink that and you'll hear it.
So you'll hear it in just a couple minutes.
It is funny because, and I don't want to say it's because Disney, I lost it. It's like you go through what you call media training.
Yeah.
So to talk to people, to have an understanding of like having a conversation, and we just kind of came about how to lower the voice because I have such a high voice and a singing voice anyway. So
Yeah.
I speak in my singing voice,
Yeah.
and so how to bring that down and how to have a conversation
Yeah.
is just one thing that I kind of learned how to lose
Yeah.
that.
That high
draw.
voice though is such a gift.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
a
you.
gift.
It is. It is.
Who else in your family sings?
No one.
No one?
No.
You're the only one.
I'm adopted. So
What about? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's. Glad I brought that up.
Downer. No, I'm just saying. Cheers.
Cheers to the gift. Nice.
No, I'll tell you, it is interesting because I'm an only child.
Mhm.
I was adopted.
Mhm.
My parents can't sing worth a lick,
Mhm.
and they kind of thought, "What the hell am I gonna do with a child that
Yeah.
can sing?"
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed that like at least my parents are like, "All right, we're just gonna go ahead and shuffle him off to the wolves."
Just don't sing outside.
Exactly, exactly. They're like sing in church.
Sing in church.
But I mean,
loud.
it's become something that I'm very proud of because it's one of those knowing each other in Vegas,
Mhm.
being on Holly's World.
Uh-huh.
We kind of found my birth mother.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
yeah, and we met each other and we
Yeah.
had a conversation and my husband Todd was there and we like it was a weird thing because it's something that you always grow up with. You always grow up knowing that my mother's not my mother.
Yeah.
And so there's
Yeah.
this background that you're always like, where the hell did I come from?
Did you ask her if she can sing?
Yes. And she's like, nope.
Nope.
That was your birth father,
That's-
which she didn't marry. So I mean, like that thing, I didn't get to meet him either.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's just.
I know you went to a musical theater school.
Yep.
And I think I read that you were discovered in the 5th grade or something.
Mhm.
Wow. What was the first time that your family knew that you could sing? Were you just singing around the house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it was mostly church.
Church.
I grew up in the church. It's the South,
Yeah.
so I mean, like I would do these vacation Bible school things
Yeah.
that I would be
Yeah.
able to sing in, and
Yeah.
they were just kind of like, okay, he can match a tune,
Yeah.
he can match pitch.
That's
So we'll see what happens.
so. That
with
was before.
Yeah.
5th. That was really young.
Yeah, but my parents
Yeah.
didn't know. They're
Well, I
like-
started dancing when I was 8, so you were younger.
Well, I mean, I would say it's about the same time.
About the same time.
Yeah, because I think it's mostly about the
That's-
3rd to 5th
Yeah.
grade where you're really
Yeah.
gonna find your talent.
Yeah. It's so, and I'm
It
from
just kinda
Oregon,
comes up.
and that my father let me dance.
Yeah.
Was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I mean, the old ladies in church.
I'm refraining from it joking.
No, please
No,
go.
I can't ruin the illusion. I can't.
I mean, I was in blue eyeshadow and lipstick in the
In
4th
South
grade,
Carolina.
at church.
At church. Oh.
Yes, because they were like,
And
well,
they were
this
cool
is-
with it?
Yeah, because they
Oh.
were like, well, if the blue-haired ladies are gonna let me do it,
Mhm.
why not?
As long as it's blue eyeshadow.
Exactly.
Matches the blue hair. I like it. You know, actually, when you were walking over, I told my friend Ashton, I said, I cannot believe Josh was walking over. And on Music Choice Broadway was Tarzan.
Really?
Yes!
Well, that's awesome.
Well, that was just some kind of a magical moment.
Yeah. Well, thank
Yeah.
you. I have to say,
I like little moments like that. I'm like, this is crazy.
well, I think that things like that happen for a reason. You
Yeah.
know, I think
Yeah.
that whenever you connect with somebody, and we've connected for so long
Yeah.
that we've known each other for years. Being here in Vegas, I can't believe I've been here for 10 years. You've
Yeah.
been here for
12.
yeah.
12.
So it's crazy because our community, and especially now Broadway,
Yeah.
especially during this moment,
Yeah.
is so affected by this.
Yeah.
And we know so many people that have either had it, gone through it,
Yeah.
and I think that it's interesting that like no matter where you are, you're affected by this, and I think that that's the most important thing to remember.
Yeah.
And
Our friends are hit so hard in New York City, you know.
Right.
We've had a couple friends die. We've had some people that have gone through it really, really badly. And but come out of it, thank
yeah,
God.
yeah. But I
it's-
think that music
it's
and
intense.
entertainment
Yeah.
is what we all need in this.
Yes.
And that's what's so important. And I think that what you're doing now, is so cool and so
Oh,
important. Really, because
Quit it.
it brings joy and laughter to people. and
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. It's something I've always wanted to do. Is
Yeah.
kind of have these little interviews with all my friends. But doing 10 shows a week is tough.
Yep.
It's tough. It's a lot of work. I remember when I first got this job, Joey Arias was the MC of Zumanity before me, and I said, "Oh, good, I'll do 10 shows a week, but then I'll also do my shows on Wednesdays and Thursdays."
Right.
And Joey goes, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "No, you're gonna be pretty tired because 10 shows is a lot." And I'm thinking, "Well, no, I can do it. I'll do it." No,
It's tough.
Joey was right, absolutely right. It's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
So for me to do something outside of Zumanity is very exciting.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
creativity,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that that's what's so cool about this downtime
Yeah.
is that we kind of have a moment
Yeah.
to release all of the stress that we normally have.
Okay. So in your moment, what are you doing?
In my moment, I am really taking time to just hang out with my family and my husband and
So you're watching
walking,
TV and drinking.
basically. I mean, isn't that what we're all doing? I mean, it's literally like cannot count the ways that we've gone to Costco.
Yeah, I know, like an excuse to go to Costco.
Yes.
I know.
It's
I did it
interesting.
today
It's interesting because
for
it's,
vodka.
Well, don't we all do that?
Right?
Cheers.
Do you like it?
Absolutely.
I made it.
First of all,
Glass. Oh, what'd you say?
get into it.
Get into it. I thought you were gonna go glass, crystal,
Crack. I have to say, it's one of those things that I'm super excited because it does bring more people together. All of this.
Yeah.
Because, as you're saying, 10 times a week, you don't have the time sometimes just to sit down, to take a second, to think
Well, you
about
live
stuff.
700 feet away, you said.
I know.
And we rarely get to see each
Yep.
other. But also, you're in Orlando doing the Disney gig. But and before that, you were doing Broadway, which we'll talk about. And before that, Germany, whatever, Broadway, Germany.
Deutsch.
And but I see you walking around the neighborhood. Like there's so many people that walk around this neighborhood just to get the fresh air and stay healthy, and it's so fun.
It is cool. I mean, like as you're saying, the gay 90s, what we're gonna call it.
I wave out the window.
Me too.
Look at
Every time I run by, I'm like,
yes.
hey guys. It's neat because, again, like you're saying, it's fresh air. It doesn't feel like Vegas when you're in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
It feels like
It
you're
doesn't.
in like some.
These trees.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So
It's nice. It's a great neighborhood.
yeah.
Now, what do you have? What? Stop it. The good old days. I'm gonna have to hit no children on the YouTube thing. No children.
All I did was just look at it.
I know.
It's
It's a
beautiful.
giant lifesaver.
Yeah.
It's a cert. It's a cert.
Throw it
What
out.
was I gonna say? Oh, Tarzan. Now, did you have to learn to do Cirque du Soleil stuff?
Kind of.
Kind
I
of?
mean, like it was.
You flew.
The funniest thing about the show is that this was 13, 14 years ago. So in all kinds of auditions, you just go in, sing your song, maybe do a little box step, and we'll see what happens. This, you walk in, and they're like, here's a hard hat, here's a harness,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
climb, and let go.
Wow.
So that was something that nobody's seen before.
Was it fun?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how they actually kind of got rid of people that were scared to do it.
Sure.
Because it's if you are not allowed or can't allow yourself to go up there and just let go,
Yeah.
you can't be in the show.
Yeah.
So it was really cool because then on top of that, I mean, I auditioned, I think I had 15 callbacks.
Oh.
So it was, yeah,
That's a lot.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And you had to be paired with Collas, be paired with James, be
Yeah.
paired with all kinds of stuff.
And then you revived it in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like Germany?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was hard because you have to. I learned the show. I had to sing it in German, and so you learn the show verbatim in the script. So I kind of knew already what I was saying.
Yeah.
But it was hard to be in Germany and converse with
Yeah.
German people because I didn't really know the language. Just being outside the show.
Just the words in the show.
Right. It was just the words.
Did you learn German?
Kind of. I mean, I will tell you, if somebody came up on their lines, I was like, and just like got out of there. I was like, I can't
Yeah, you can't
talk
fix it.
back to you.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those things where, you know, and anyways,
That's so good.
it was crazy.
I love it.
It was crazy.
So after this, what do you?
To be honest,
Are you going back to Orlando? Do they have
no,
plans?
I think that we're doing a couple of different shows with symphonies is what we're kind of focusing on now. So we're doing a bunch of different Disney symphony shows, and then we're doing the Disney sing-along thing. So I mean, like, you know, it's kind of funny that like, as you're saying, like this is creatively for you, like doing something like this.
Yeah.
It's really cool because a lot of people are doing creative stuff in their own homes. So like that's how the Disney sing-along thing came about.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it from their own house. And it's produced from other places, and you send it on email, and then you make it happen. So
It's so good.
yeah. So I don't know what's up. I mean, it's kind of like we'll see. The town is a little bit dead at the moment.
Yes, it is, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. None of us do though, so I can't really complain or
Yeah.
question it or reach out to people because we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
So we just have to ride the ride, do our yoga,
Yep.
have a drink, go outside safely,
Yes.
and enjoy our friends.
But isn't that what's comforting? Is
Yes.
that we're not
I have found
by ourselves.
yes, and I have found parts of me that have been kind of dormant or asleep for so many years are coming back, and it's really exciting.
Yeah.
It's really, really exciting. It's
Yeah.
like I'm dancing again and having wiggling and smiling, and it's really fun.
The creative juices are
Yeah.
happening again, and I think that it took. Unfortunately, it took something like this.
Like it took the earth to go.
To be like, hold that we have to take a second and take a deep
Yeah.
breath and then get back to what we're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
So, thank you so much.
Oh,
This
well,
is
cheers.
incredible.
Thank you so much. I really love you being here.
I love you.
Oh, I love you more.
More.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous. Oh, that's getting to me. I kind of drank a lot, didn't I?
I was like, you drank more than I
Right.
did.
Disney star, American Idol star, and the star of the neighborhood, Josh Strickland. Now, how can they follow you?
At Joshua J Strick, Instagram,
At-
Twitter, everything.
At what?
Joshua J Strick.
Joshua J Strick. No Len.
No.
Oh. At what? All of it.
All of it.
Go find him. Google him. He's all over the place. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Love
See you
you
later.
guys.